Hello everyone and welcome back to a match on WWE 2K23. This one, we're going to be trialing out the Hell in a Cell match this year. Last year it held a lot of promise, but it had its issues, and this year I'm hoping it's going to be better. So last year it started off being a very organic match where they like to break free from the cell, they like to fight around the arena, they like to do some really cool stuff, but they did not like coming back to the ring to get the pinfall. We trialled it again not long ago on 2K22, and it had completely changed the opposite, where they didn't want to leave the cell or even the ring, to be honest. So it was essentially just it was just a wrestling match inside a cage, wasn't it, really? The battle now is outside the ring. That's what I want to see. I want to see them fight around the ring. I want to see them do all this sort of stuff. I want to see them escape from the cell. I want to see him climb the cell, fight on top of the cell, and then I want to see him come back and fight for the win inside the ring. That's what I want to see. Hopefully the game will allow us to do that this year. Undertaker straight back into the ring, as does Mankind follow. Undertaker now with a strike in the gut and the strong punches. You don't want to get into a battle of fists with the Undertaker if you're Mankind, do you really? Mankind does fight back though with the elbows and the head of the Undertaker. And Mankind spinning, neckbreaker. And there goes Mankind. Of course, Mankind, one of the three faces of Foley. Technically, I think there's four faces of Foley, really, because Mick Foley himself is a face, isn't he? He had matches as Mick Foley now as well, didn't he? Mankind, Dude Love, Cactus Jack, Mick Foley, the four faces of Foley. Undertaker fighting back with a forearm into the face. So it does look like they are a lot more lenient to using weapons on this year's game. Whenever there is weapons allowed in a match, they do seem to go for it. We see now both a steel chair and a kendo stick inside the ring as Mankind swings the chair. Taker able to avoid it the first time. The second time he doesn't. He takes it right between the eyes. Taker now dumping Mankind to the outside. Mankind rolls back into the ring. There's the elbow in the face. Mankind sending Undertaker once again to the outside. Remember the release of 2K22? We had a guy fly off the top of the cell through a table. That was in our very first stream of 2K22. And it was amazing. And I'm hoping we see some cool stuff like that in this year's game. I mean, they are now fighting on the outside of the cell. I don't know if it's specific panels again that they can break through. It's normally these two bottom left ones, isn't it? Oh, on the bottom left, sorry, the bottom right. The bottom ones each side. Let's take a sending Mankind who clatters the ground. Bit annoying how they don't like to run around the outside of the ring. And they go straight into the cell there. No. He just bounces off, doesn't break through. I mean, it's decent. They are fighting around the outside the ring, which is what I like. I like the idea they're doing this now. Does make it a bit more realistic to watch. Again, Mankind flown into that cell. And again... Oh, there we go. They're out. They are out. They're broken free from the cell. Here we go. This is where we get interesting now. Undertaker is climbing the cell walls. Oh, Mankind, don't be stupid. Mankind also climbs the cell walls. He's a much slower climber, bless him. Please don't die. Please don't die. Ooh, Mankind. Catch and take with that clothesline. And the mandible claw, top of the cell. Now, I have checked already, you can't make this match a Falls Count Anywhere match, so it is going to have to be inside the ring only. Taker there, almost falling off the edge of the cage. Mankind dropping him with that anus drop. Then in with a running drop kick. Now Mankind raining down the strikes and then slamming the face of Taker into the top of the cell. There's a headbutt and Taker's face busted open from connecting with that cage. And now Mankind is biting away at that busted open area. Mankind almost falling off the cell now. I think it's the middle 4 pods that are breakable. The middle 4 parts of the cage are the ones that are breakable, that will go through into the middle of the ring. Mankind, oh, Taker almost pushed him off, and Taker, oh, Taker looked to throttle him there. Mankind now fighting Taker. They're going into the middle of the cage. This is where it starts to get dangerous. There's the leg drop on the inside of the arm. Taker now brings Mankind back up to a standing base. He has him throttled. Choke slam. Oh, and look at that, the cage. You can see the cage bowed and broken in that middle spot. One more high impact maneuver on that side, and they might go through. They do go through, crashing through to the ring. Undertaker drops into the pin on Mankind. And there's the victory. Mankind clatters through the middle of the ring. That's cool, I like it. The Hell in a Cell match might just work this year. I liked it. They broke through the... Well, let's add up all the pros of this match type, which is better than last year. Number 1, they broke through the cell. Number 2, they used weapons inside the cell. Number 3, they fought on top of the cell, crashed through the middle. And number 4, the match actually finished. In 2K22, that did not happen, so this is a massive improvement for me over last year's game, and hopefully, we'll run a few more tests, but hopefully this is going to be a very viable match for us to use in our universe mode. Talking of which, let's update the rankings then. So the Undertaker gets himself a singles victory, his first singles victory of the year, moves him up to a +6, -1 still for the year though. And then Mankind, oh, poor old Mick Foley, he's still struggling down there, isn't he? Another loss for him moves him down to a -3 altogether. Well, there we go. That is all. I'm going to love you and leave you. Good night. God bless. I'll be the sane. Tutty buys.